welcome along. Dave Burton in the house, QBH Solutions.
Holla. Hello, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for listening to me prattle on about stuff.
Never. So in today's In Conversation, we're talking about post-show blues and acknowledging success, because QBH Solutions, you guys have had loads of success recently, but I know that acknowledging it and talking about it and saying, it's easy for me to say, you guys have done so much stuff and come so far in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not so easy for you to say, is it?
No, it's not.
So let's talk about, rather than talking about the success, because that's the bit that is hard. Where's the challenge? Why don't you like acknowledging? Why is it sometimes a challenge to acknowledge success, do you think? And what's your experience of it been?
Okay, gosh, you asked me questions, don't you? I suppose it's shock, really, that we're here, which is good. We've had a very hard, challenging, fun, exciting, a raft of different emotions to get us to the point where we're at. I think sometimes if you stop to acknowledge those successes, they might be taken away. I don't know. It's a difficult one. It's something that I'm not really sure myself about. We have done really well, because we've just celebrated our third birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much, and thank you to everybody that's helped us along the way. We really appreciate it. I think maybe it's the fact that actually there's still a long way to go. From the original vision, the original dream, the original plan was to create something quite big, something that could do a lot of good, help a lot of businesses, and we've not really scratched the tip of that iceberg yet. So maybe it's a thought that yes, this is a good place for us to be. We've come a long way. It's an opportunity to draw breath, to reflect, but also that maybe helps you to realise that there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
And if I can share kind of something, because I completely relate to that in terms of how you said, if you kind of acknowledge it, does that take some of the motivation to keep moving forward? And you may have meant it in a slightly different way, but how I heard it, and I totally relate to that, is, I almost don't, if I acknowledge it too much, then I can sit back and relax and go, it's like the hare and the tortoise. The hare runs off, he's way ahead, he does well, and then he sits back and goes, I'll have a nap now, and then he loses. Do you think maybe stories like the hare and the tortoise have told us, you got to keep going, don't stop, in case you don't restart again, or in case you get complacent?
Yeah.
Is there maybe a bit of that? Or?
That was one of my favourite stories as a kid. I don't know why I was related more to the tortoise, just plodding along. But actually, sometimes it feels like you're the hare. It's difficult because I feel like, personally, I feel like I'm, treading through treacle. So I'm very much relating to the tortoise. When I'm conscious from an external point of view, actually, we probably look like hares, with what we've done and where we're going. And I'm sure Angie, my brilliant business and compliance manager, would think we're more like hares at the moment. But that goes into the context of where we are now compared to where we want to be. We've still got a long way to go. Although it's been a lot of fun, and I think it's important to just sort of step back and stop and enjoy that reflection.
Yeah. Is it also this, going back to kind of, I guess, our title of post-goal blues, is it that post-goal bit when you don't have that goal, your mind kind of lacks that little bit of focus, and although it's good to relax and chill out for a bit, having that focus, having that determination, dedication, and the feeling of motivation, like, I really want to do this, is really great. Whereas if you, like I said, immediately post a goal, that kind of disappears. Is that a bit as well, that you kind of set yourself a big enough goal that you never have that dip, maybe?
Yes, the goal, the never achievable goal. It's weird, isn't it? Because we'll goal set. We'll decide. Even if we don't think we're goal setting on whether it's good or bad. It can be a very powerful technique. You tell the brain something, and it finds reasons to validate it. So whether you're telling yourself positive stuff or negative stuff, it's finding reasons to support it. But I think I'm holding back on saying what I want to say, but my goal is to try and put QBH out there as kind of the virgin of HR and compliance companies.
Yes, there you go. You put it out there.
Finally got me to say it. And what I mean by that is, Virgin's a very sexy brand. It's done a lot of good things. Yes, there's negatives as well. I get that, and there's other equivalent successes that we want to emulate. But it's taken some fairly historically dry subjects and their market machine is very, very good. It's created a perception of where they're going. It's very similar to what I want to try and do with QBH. I just want to try and emulate it. So Richard Branson, if you're watching this, if you want to give me some free support, but
we'll tag him in it.
Yeah, tag Sir Richard. Necker Island. Yeah, I'd love a trip. But yeah, no, it's about saying something like that. Your brain's now going, oh really? And it's massive. That's not going to happen. But actually, maybe it could.
Yeah.
Maybe it could. But what if, you're putting something off because you kind of scared yourself or you're worried about it, and you think, well, actually, what if it did happen? I mean, we were talking, I hope you don't mind sharing, we were talking this morning about, you wanted to take somebody else. I said, I'm turning it back on you now. You stitched me up, I'm stitching you up. You want to take somebody else on, and the time's never right, and we think about the negatives. What could happen? What if it doesn't work? What if I don't? Blah 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 blah. But actually, what if it does work?
Yeah. What's
that feeling that we're trying to create in ourselves? What is that thing that we're trying to achieve and trying to aim for? And that's so powerful.
Yeah.
I remember when I set the business up, I kind of got so fed up. I was talking to Aaron on the other show that we did a couple of weeks ago. I got so fed up with feeling unvalued or like I was just treading water, I wasn't going anywhere, that it was a massive motivator to set things up. And sometimes you've got to take the negative and use that and really feel those feelings, to use them as the catalyst to drive yourself forward and to push yourself forward in whatever that might be. It could be a couch to 5K, it could be a marathon, it could be an ultra, it could be a triathlon, it could be a phobia or a fear. I mean, I make it sound, it's easy, but it's not. It's really not. It's really hard. But you can use that kind of negativity to help you move forward.
Yeah, definitely. And is it a case of some of the things you said there, is it kind of making something so big that it is this what if, and it creates almost enough energy, be it positive or negative, to give yourself a guide? Like if you set a mini goal and you're a bit meh about it, it's very hard to know what to do. Whereas if you have a big goal, it's completely present. The emotions are completely present. So you're then able to deal with it. Be they negative, I want to avoid this situation, or wow, that's so exciting, I've got to move forward.
I think mini goals are important. I think having a big goal, be it I want QBH to be the next Virgin, blah blah blah, or I want to run 5K in under an hour, whatever it might be. How do you get to that? And you break it down. I mean, I had an old boss actually, a lovely fella. He said, "How do you eat an elephant?" What do you mean? I have no intention of eating an elephant. What are you talking about? Well, you break it into small chunks. You work your way through it. And actually, he's right. That's kind of what you do. So you set your big goal. I know there's much better people at articulating this than I am, but you set your big goal, and then you work back.
Yeah.
Your person that's going to end up working with you for you. How do we get there? And we've talked about that. And we work out what we want, and then we work back, and then there's a goal or a line or a litmus test of how close you are to achieving it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I make it sound easy. It's really not.
Because I guess it's vision, isn't it? As soon as you see it and you have your vision, and I guess a real vision, especially when it's about contributing to others, to society, to your industry, whatever it may be, needs to be, I always think, so big that you can't achieve it.
Yeah.
Because then it's a real contribution on an emotional level, as opposed to, okay, I want to achieve this or earn this or run this in this time. They're the steps, the micro ones, aren't they, on the way? But why are you doing that? Okay, I want to run this marathon in this time because I'll feel good about myself. And that is something you're never going to complete, but that can be your vision that you're working towards all the time. I think, values.
Yeah, definitely. I think, the Big Ideas show is really good for that, because people are stating their vision. And vision's such an important tool for businesses, but it's important for everybody. It's not easy to say, what your vision is, what your goal is, but describing something in detail brings it to life. So by describing something and saying that the vision is this, I want to turn over X, or I want to swim the channel, or I want to be able to walk up Sugarloaf Hill, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's big to you. It's not, it's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all relative, and I think it can be quite powerful to say that and to put that line in the stand and put your money where your mouth is and make that statement.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking it, you're saying about kind of articulating it, and I guess there's this thing, isn't there? There's the vision, what is your vision? And then there's the action. And sometimes we can be stuck, we're not quite sure what the vision is, so we take no action. But it's always my belief that by articulating it is the first action, is part of the action, and it may not come out articulated perfect, but you can't make it perfect until it comes out of your mouth, because in your head there's a big old kind of, it's all mess and it's all a jumble, and you got to put everything down on the paper and then find the order right to it first.
Yeah, definitely. Writing things down and refining it, and anyway, whatever you decide today, tomorrow it could change.
Yeah,
and that's not a bad thing. You might decide that actually you don't want to be the next Virgin. You're actually quite happy doing what you're doing and want to maybe, be something completely different.
Yeah, but having that goal has you move to then know, actually that wasn't what I wanted, but I had to take steps towards it to learn I didn't like. It's like, how do you know you don't like chocolate ice cream? Well, you have to try it first.
Yeah.
Or have a little taste of it.
How do you know you don't like an elephant until you don't eat elephants? I think I feel like I'm going around in circles a little bit, but yeah, with a lot of things you've just got to go. What's stopping you from doing your couch to 5K? What's stopping you walking up Sugarloaf Hill? What's stopping you running your own business? And it's you. It's the ideas, and the fear is more powerful than but what if this shit works? What if we do it? What if we achieve it? And that applies to every single area of life. It doesn't feel like it, but it applies to everything. And I'm not preaching to anybody, because I'm guilty of it more than anybody else, but sometimes if you can just change your attitude, and that has negative connotations, but I mean it in the right way. If you can look at something and go, but what if it did work? What if I could achieve this? What if we could get that? It just opens things up.
Yeah.
I've met so many people before this part of my life, and they're very dear friends, but they would moan about their situation or their work or their partner or their kids or whatever it was, and that's fine. That's what they're feeling. It's real feelings, but they never do anything about it. Did you talk to your husband because he was a messy bugger, or did you, oh no? Well, then don't moan about it. I know it's not that easy, and I'm going to upset people by saying that. I don't mean to, but
it's taking some sort of action to move through, isn't it? Even if it's just conversation. And I say action in a loose sense of have that conversation with someone. But and you say about change your attitude, but I sometimes say it's that makes it sound kind of quite significant, like a big thing, rather than just going, just ask the question, what if? And I think that's enough sometimes.
Definitely.
To have, it's not changing anything, but it's just having that slightly different viewpoint.
Yeah,
that can open things up.
And I'm certainly not trying to lecture anybody. And there's better examples of people to follow than me. Don't listen to me. But yeah, I mean, it's tight. Sometimes it can be just the tiniest little thing. It's like, I'm not happy with this. That's enough. That's enough to put life on a completely different direction.
Yeah.
But also, small steps, small regular steps are better than nothing at all.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going.
Good stuff.
Sorry, I'm going.
No, it's good. Anything? Okay, so let's finish it then with us both. What is the next? What are we going to take on? We're talking about this stuff both for ourselves as a way of exploring it for ourselves, but also kind of, if you're being open and authentic, which you are, then other people can see opportunities for themselves. So I'll say my what if is around, like you said, what if I was to take someone on a more kind of, because I'm already working with a few people.
You've already
but
employed
on a
them.
bit more.
They're already there. I can see it in your eyes. You've already got them. They're all. I know you're going to do it.
What if, and kind of taking some steps to explore it, not necessarily to have to take make a decision, but take some action in that direction to find out if I like chocolate ice cream or not by having a taster of it before moving away. So that's my what if.
I really want some chocolate ice cream. I'm putting off. What if I was able to get QBH as a international business that could really help a lot of small businesses, provide some really good quality support and help business owners to achieve their own goals and take away some of the stress. What if I had my own little desert island somewhere? What if, eh?
There we go. That starts it off. It's out there in the world. It's a goal. It's a vision. It's a declaration.
Right. Thank you very much.
Dave,
as
thank
always.
you so much.
Yes.
See you later.
Bye-bye.